Yes, Famulona, good morning, or good afternoon, or good evening. Me now, General Kalokoh again. They come live or talk to something we get for do with President Julius Madabio when we previous elections we just passed inside this year. We take place June 24. Um, His Excellency President Julius Madabio don't make and clear. He don't clear the hair today. And Usai clear the hair now inside America. Sef. Now they clear the air today. So please, we can discuss something with President Julius Madabio talk na America, yeah. They now we can discuss about today. We it don't make and clear. This they show. And this they tell Sierra Leoneans, they say, all waiting some of we can come and talk on social media. We not just the talk because we want for satisfy people or we just the talk because we want talk. We the talk because it is reality, it is what is happening, and we the talk for make sure say the Sierra Leoneans they know the actual fact and the actual truth as to waiting and waiting to go on our country. So let we don't come online, please let we like and share follow so that we get more people in for come on board so we can discuss as to what in President Julius Madabio say inside America when he be get some interview where he go na the college, the university where he attend in America. His Excellency President Julius Madabio be pay a visit na that university there where he dey America. So now. So my fellow Sierra Leoneans, you there online, let me follow the page, share, and like. Sierra Leoneans, me na General Kalokoh. Today na the 16th day of September inside the year 2023. My fellow Sierra Leoneans, today I get a very short message for Una. I know the add anything on top the maybe if I get for add anything they not get for do it me, but they and not get for do it His Excellency President Julius Madabio, the turn of President Bio na Salon after a go down for conclude with the UN summit way ago. Now then thing and they I get for can talk about today. Yes, so that science they go know waiting actually they happen. So please let me share the live so that we get more people for coming. Me family, we President Bill within the US. I want now let una can listen to waiting His Excellency the President of the Republic of Sierra Leone, waiting is say. Yes, waiting actually be happening during the June 24 elections. Yeah? I want to let una can listen for una safe.
Various observers, including the Carter Center, have raised concerns about the fairness of the election, especially focused on the work of the Electoral Commission, ECSL. The U.S. State Department has issued visa restrictions on Sierra Leoneans involved in what they call election interference. And we'd all like to hear your reactions to those allegations and to the actions taken in response.
Elections are always contentious issues wherever they happen in the world, including in the United States.
Right. Yeah.
And I really clap for him.
But I did not have the power to issue visa restrictions, of course. That's the difference.
Oh my goodness.
Please allow me to continue coming to Sierra Leone.
Elections are conducted by the body mandated by our Constitution, and its operational mode is directed by the Public Elections Act. Normally, before elections take place, because we have our partners, including the United States, the EU, the British, and other organizations that are interested in democracy, a steering committee is put together, and all stakeholders, including political parties, are represented in that steering committee. What they do is to look at everything that has to be done, the rules of the game, to make sure that the Public Elections Act is clean and will lead to a credible election at the end of the day. That was what pertained in Sierra Leone. I was not a member of that. The only thing we did for the election was to make sure that whatever the National Electoral Body asked for, we provided, including funds and security. Their business, they are an independent, semi-autonomous body, in the sense that we don't deal with their day-to-day operations. We don't control that at all. If we do, that will be interference.
That's ECSL.
ECSL. And they did that. When the elections were all at the height of calling the result, this was when the problem started. They have done all their calculations, collation, and all the processes. I was now requested to stop them from calling the result by the United States. So I don't know who is accusing who of interference.
Wow.
I declined and I said, we have never called this institution. I am not going to call them now. If there are any issues, let's deal with them. Let's leave them to finish. It's very critical. Let's also take into consideration the context in West Africa, a very volatile region. We are threatened by jihadists in the whole of.
So what thing I need for do now? I need for can tell people exactly what exactly President Julius Maada Bio they say. We respond to the question we ask them pertaining the just concluded elections. I need for play them, try for make people able to understand step by step waiting exactly President Julius Maada Bio be the responding reply to the woman we be the ask them question.
Observers, including the Carter Center, have raised concerns about the fairness of the election, especially focused on the work of the Electoral Commission, ECSL. The U.S. State Department has issued visa restrictions on Sierra Leoneans involved in what they call election interference. And we'd all like to hear your reactions to those allegations and to the actions taken in response.
They don't ask our questions in relation to the elections we just passed about fairness, transparency, and waiting lead to the restrictions or ban to few members, few Sierra Leoneans we interfere into the democratic process we get for doing the election. So now that's not the question. His Excellency, they respond now.
Elections are always contentious issues wherever they happen in the world, including in the United States.
Right. Yeah.
You know, President Bill first answer we say the first comment we give, he said elections them all over the world, then get boku challenges. All over the world, elections get serious contest between the one person and the other person where they contest to the elections. They must get that kind of tension. You see, even including America, elections get tension. Yes, and a serious contested thing where all over the world it happen. You say including inside America. Now I make the people in the podium, then they clap for President Bill because he talked the truth.
I do not have the power to issue visa restrictions, of course. That's the difference.
Oh my God.
President Bill say, he say now America SSF get the same problem where they feel say Salon we get serious tension by elections, we get boku, this they say this, this they say that by election. He say America SSF get them, and they all agree say yes, not true, including the woman where they ask her the question. They say, but the only thing no more way in okay, they say get the power for give visa restrictions to America. So people in the glad they say yes, that is true. So let me continue.
Please allow me to continue coming to Sierra Leone.
The human don't beg, he says, President Bill, do allow him. If you want to go salon, go salon.
Elections are conducted by a body mandated by our Constitution, and its operational mode is directed by the Public Elections Act. Normally, before elections take place, because we have our partners, including the United States, the EU, the British, and other organizations that are interested in democracy, a steering committee,
including the Carter Center, have raised concerns about the fairness of the election, especially focused on the work of the Electoral Commission, ECSL. The U.S. State Department has issued visa restrictions on Sierra Leoneans involved in what they call election interference.
Then inside
And we'd all like to hear your reactions to those allegations.
Then get a body with all political party represented, all political party, they inside that body, they look after, they look into the day-to-day activities of the election. They say, hey, not be the part of it.
Right.
But I do not have the power to issue visa restrictions, of course. That's the difference.
Oh my God.
We need.
Please allow me to continue coming to Sierra Leone.
Elections are conducted by a body mandated by our Constitution, and its operational mode is directed by the Public Elections Act. Normally, before elections take place, because we have our partners, including the United States, the EU, the British, and other organizations that are interested in democracy.
As a president, it's enough for provide all the things we the ECSL need for conduct the elections, where include
represented in that
and
steering
security.
committee.
Now that's no more.
What they do is to look at
interference,
everything that
interfere
has to
with
be
that
done,
at all.
the rules of the game, to make sure that the Public Elections Act is clean and will lead to a credible election at the end of the day.
Deal with
That was what I did in Sierra Leone.
day-to-day operations. We don't control that
I
at
was
all.
not a member.
He said inside this past election, in
The
annual
only
paper,
thing we
nothing we
did
get
for
for
the
do with the
election
daily activities of
was
the
to make sure that
ECSL.
whatever
The operation,
the
the
National
planning,
Electoral
what
Body
they want for do,
asked
how they want to do them, in annual be there, they feel.
we
Now they tell
provided,
America people they so far.
including
As
funds
yourself, they watch on
and
Facebook.
security.
Una see and for una safe.
Their
Then
business,
you what?
they
You
are
won't
an
and they now listen.
independent, semi-autonomous body in the sense that we don't deal with their day-to-day operations. We don't control that at all. If we do, that will be interference.
That's ECSL.
ECSL. And
When I had the Magide,
they did
where
that.
President Julius Maada be waiting to tell them so now.
When
He said the day
elections
for
were
the election, where they don't done the election, they
height of
don't vote, we
calling
don't vote, they
themselves.
don't count, they don't collect the
This was
result.
when the problem
He
started.
said the day for go call, the
They have
moment where
done all
the
their
electoral commissioner they go
calculations,
for go call the
collations,
election.
and
When
all
I hear what he say,
the processes.
see, now the problem
I was
begin.
now requested to stop them from calling the result. By the United States.
I was now requested to stop them from.
So I don't know who is accusing who of interference.
You know,
Wow.
after we ECSL was all the results and all things together for the moment now we want grab now say at the Kalokoh result, and say the America people
We're
when
not going to call them now. If they are any, I'm going to call them now.
ambassador, this one we don't go. A column.
So I don't know
Tell and say
who is
let it call the
accusing who
electoral
of
commissioner, the
interference.
ECSL boss. Let it stop. Let President Buhari stop. Let it never call the result.
And I declined.
Yes.
I declined and I said I have never gone to this institution. I am not going to call them now.
Interference.
If there are any issues, let's deal with them. Let's leave them to finish. Let's also take into consideration the context.
So now, it make it clear. Now you now America, you now the US ambassador representing America and Salon. The way we election London, you don't know say President Bio don't win, I don't win the election because you get a plan with the opposition. When you know say the result we don't go out, now President Bio win. If you then go announce and they win, you call President Bio tell the net commissioner say, do you stop the net commissioner? Let no go call the result. Now President Bio say no. He said, me not get that mandate for call anybody. He said, from the beginning of the elections, they are not interfere for tell the people the way they conduct elections, say, wanna do this, wanna do that.
Various
They not to
observers,
now
including the
have to do
Carter
that
Center,
for interfere
have
inside
raised
the
concerns
election
about the
process.
fairness
So
of
now
the
they ask
election,
now, the whole world
especially
say,
focused on
he
the
say,
work of the
who
Electoral
is who
Commission, ECSL.
accusing of
The U.S.
interference.
State
So in
Department
this
has
case,
issued
who
visa
that
restrictions
really
on Sierra
interfere
Leoneans
inside the
involved
election?
in
Not
what
to
they
the US
call
ambassador,
election
not because
interference.
they don't get a tie.
And we'd all like to hear your reactions to those allegations
So I want to tell
and to the
everybody
actions
thank you.
taken in
Yeah, let me
response.
prepare very strongly for the return of the living
Elections
legend,
are
for
always
the return of the
contentious
hero when a
issues
president
wherever they happen in the world,
any tell way President
including
Buhari
in the
is
United
alone.
States.
This man are valuable
Right.
asset. Any tell way return. One country for go.
But I did not have the power to issue
Both
visa
sides of
restrictions,
the
of
rubber
course.
big go go take up for inside the outer. Take it reach their
That's the
country.
difference.
Tell and say we appreciate her. Then we'll not forget
Please
to
allow me to
General
continue coming to Sierra Leone.
very sorry, Peter. No, bye-bye.
Elections are conducted by a body
far, Molena, the thing is
mandated by our constitution. And
I hope say una they see, una they understand what's in the happen. Una way they now na Facebook. You know, I can tell people and say God don't bless we. But some they understand, some no they understand. God really bless we. When I see the clear interference, things then the way they happen, where we know be the see, we don't know. But as President Bio Day now today, now the no. But as And then America today they tell you all plane waiting be don't happen to we now. Yeah. And they tell everything be don't happen. The interference with the US ambassador. So it was frustrating for the former US ambassador for let and call his old president Biowin. It was highly frustrating for him. So if we get audio where Commoner do, where the US ambassador, the former, they vent out anger, now be highly individual self-frustration. Now he make that man they will pull that audio they will. And when man frustrate, in company frustrated person, but go meet her, say, but now this nine the thing, they all two go be the same people, birds of the same feathers flock together. Now it happen so. You get the people where they open 98.1, where they're frustrated because they are all APC supporters. You get the US ambassador, former, where he's frustrated because there was a tie already that was existing between them, where make it not be one to let President Bio and the SLPP win. You see, President Bio not talk on salon, no. He not talk on Bagabaga on salon saying America they interfere. Because why is say America? Now the code say one fish they pull all the fish inside the blind. Nice so. Now what President Bio do? The interference will make it put all per America they head because the person where they send now, not to nobody send an America government, but they send that idiot say when I be the former ambassador to Sierra Leone. Now they send an So if you do anything contrary to what he's supposed to do, trust me, now the right thing President will do so. You know, it take the young boy. Sabine say call young boy. It take the whole young boy where the former US ambassador come misbehave now. He put on a plane, no, he put her inside Ghana must go. He put her inside plane. He can't go for them in America. Now they go bust the bill. Young boy no kiranga. Hey, President Bio, you're a man. You're a man among men. You know, President Bio in kind and an asset. Now assets to the junior. Now only you know, now you not go know. Yes. Now I make you wait. Stay away, reach inside America. See, don't comfortable one back. Who say now it's man them back. They are making CIA them. Intelligence people, them, secret service people, and then they guide them back. Now they go put the case na the head. Waiting America do through that person with them be sent as US ambassador to Sierra Leone. You see how forget a leader when they know, hey, President Bione talk, you talk. Any serious leader, they talk when it's necessary. They talk when it's timely to talk. No, we just talk because you want to talk for satisfy people. No way. You see when you go talk. The man the way talk against the American citizens, where talk against, and then clap for them back because it's unusual. Not to think this way usual, for happy. You come for be a diplomat. Yeah, you not diplomat. You come for serve, for maintain. Waiting, establish the relationship where they establish between Sierra Leone and America. You there for maintain them. Yeah, you left that day. You want for interfere inside with internal politics, with national politics. How on earth you not possibly there for represent the country? Why you want call with president? Why you for call with president tell and say no, stop the ECSL commissioner, let not call the result. Because you know what? You see them people here who they call international community, John Lequeta can tell people them inside me programs them. Then international community people here within African country them. Then they know and follow with daily activities, with daily governance system, pass we self when as citizens of them country they are. Then they follow. And what happen, majority of the EU, the other observers missions that we come, including the American ambassador, they all be they follow, then get their own down. The internet, they give me problem. The internet. You know, and people are, honestly speaking, they're not really good. Oh, they're not good. And they tell you plain say, all of what thing happen so now because then things say then comfortable with APC Kinena power. They can comfortable with them, you know, because when they deal with somebody where you get sense pass, you they be so comfortable. More like we come to governance issues and the interest of the West, all of them here can happen. You know, any with man, me I talk this over and over because of the past experience. I don't live with them. I don't deal with them. You know, yes, my brother. Donald Trump na ending a court so for elections man practices. Yeah, na ending a court so today. Na ending a court so. But President Bill, because he no say he don't work for the people of this country, he no be get no worry, he no be get no issues. He no say the election. We the people of Sierra Leone, because of we appreciating good work, we go vote for him back. You know, he no say we dey vote for her. So now the thing and day, now make it not be interfere at all. By waiting they go on power elections and not be interested for interfere and not be get no reason for interfere inside the elections where it just pass. Then why now the man want go call his son? If he be no say the former US ambassador, if he don't look that in result where himself he don't put together, he see President Bill don't lost the election. Trust me, he will be the happiest person for let a urge Kane for go call the elections result, for go announce the result. But because what he see, you know, outrightly say President Bill don't win back the election, now make a call for stop, let President Bill stop, let them go call the results. So now me now President don't go put an open inside America and I don't go tell it. Yes. So would I actually now the possible interfere inside elections? Would I? So my fellow Sierra Leoneans, this we country here, God don't give it to you for be proud of. Yes. God don't give it to you for be proud of my family. So now make way President Bill the return. We forego and celebrate the return of His Excellency President Julius Maada Bio. Yes. APC, they don't do nothing. They not put no effort by this past election. Nothing they not do. We for help them for like say they want for really take part by this election. Nothing they not do.
Elections on Sierra Leone involved in what they call election interference. And we'd all like to hear your reactions to those allegations and to the actions taken in response.
Elections are always contentious issues wherever they happen in the world, including in the United States.
Right. Yes.
But I do not have the power to issue visa restrictions, of course. That's the difference.
Oh my goodness.
Please allow me to continue coming to
No, then they lost. APC lost.
Elections are conducted by a body mandated by our constitution.
Yes.
And its operational mode is directed by the Public Elections Act. Normally, before elections take place, because we have our partners, including the United States, the EU, the British, and other organizations that are interested in democracy, a steering committee is put together, and all stakeholders, including political parties, are represented in that steering committee. What they do is they look at everything that has to be done, the rules of the game, to make sure that the Public Elections Act is clean and will lead to a credible election at the end of the day. That was what pertained in Sierra Leone. I was not a member of that. The only thing we did for the election was to make sure that whatever the National Electoral Body asked for, we provided, including funds and security. Their business, they are an independent, semi-autonomous body, in the sense that we don't deal with their day-to-day operations. We don't control that at all. If we do, that will be interference.
That's ECSL?
ECSL. And they did that. When the elections were all, well, at the height of calling the result, this was when the problem started. They had done all their calculations, collation, and all the processes. I was now requested to stop them from calling the result by the United States.
Wow.
I don't know who is accusing who of interference.
Oh, wow. Wow. Wow.
When man they talk, why we get sense
And
we
I
talking
said,
out for now?
I have never called this institution. I am not going to call them now. If there are any issues, let's deal with them. Let's leave them to finish. This is very critical. Let's also take into consideration the context. Who is, and they did that. When the elections were all, well, at the height of calling the result, this was when problems started. They had done all their calculations, collation, and all the processes. I was now requested to stop them from calling the result by the United States.
Wow.
So I don't know who is accusing who of interference.
Oh, wow. Wow. Wow.
I declined and I said, I have never called this institution. I am not going to call them now. If there are any issues, let's deal with them. Let's leave them to finish. This is very critical. Let's also take into consideration the context in West Africa, a very volatile region. We are threatened by jihadists in the whole of the Sahel. From the Atlantic Ocean to the Red Sea, we have military governments. A few of us are surviving as democratically elected governments.
So APC una secret commando. Apo after business. Apo ya use me. So usa una be able present you don't go pull the secret commando fail. So whether una try for put una arms together or una continue the lie, the propaganda, the fake news na social media, then una lost the next election 2028. So it better now, let una put una house in order. It better now, let una able for fish out, una able for identify the destroyers of the APC. Una for try for find out, say una get one idiot na Holland where they destroy una party by propaganda, false news, and posing for be popular, for destroy una party. Now una for come together and able for notice and find out, say Anes Koroma now one of the destroyers of una party, the APC. Now una for come together for let una notice and fish out Usman Fodi and Sane for be one of the people where they destroy una party, the APC. Now una for able for pick out Samora Kamara for be say now one of the people where they destroy una party, the APC. Una sido una divide una party into sections, into segments. You get the one that we in the genuine APC, we actually want the rightful things and for happening democratically. You get the one that we now the whole folks, we end up for being team A. Then they do things them for cover themselves, for cover the bad deeds what they don't do to this country. Then they use the party for cover themselves. You get the other one them, we form themselves as PPP, we them now then they rebel them against the one that we no one for respect the part them way now the whole folks them we my sister can call the de facto APC. Now they now PPP now then can go against now then the rebellious against anybody we no one respect the whole folks they win at the team A. So the APC itself is divided into more than 3 fractions. So how you want to get any kind of body then you want for win elections? This set of group not respect this set of group. This set of group where one person say something in the interest of the party, but it not go down well with the party. Then you get the other group where they can cause them and they mama then they net. They want win election. Where somebody when a good person way sometimes it get a large following inside the APC, where his finger against Samoa Kamara, then they cause him mama day and net. They want for win elections. How not? You get a whole political party, na Bond district. The one green person we win as a councillor on the Bond district. We then do the lower level elections for meet up the election, we then get the flag bearer. That person in the gap, you say, I want for be this kind of person, I want this position. Now a whole Bond district, this just because they under the party, the boots leak, they na the team A fraction, then cause him mama, they not get him back, nothing. Then the APC one win election. The APC, the whole election, they no campaign reach now 3 districts. Then they want for win elections. How not? What is going on? What's in the happen? Now so then they win election. You know campaign. You know buy campaign materials. One t-shirt APC will not see new one. One single one t-shirt. One. But they prefer for coming lie to their supporters, then tell them, say, they seize them container and our taki. Me we see don't so, me we see don't so. On me own, I no order mo. Nobody no stop me for no get polo. On me own, I print over 10 dozen polo. 10 dozen on me own. No. And when you see Ambe, they see very good quality. I print different type polo. I do Lacoste black, I do white Lacoste, I do polo, the ordinary round neck polo, like this way I wear, watch and find it like I do all Landy. Then the whole political party, where the old parent, where them pull in 3 million leons. Now in the left, now the whole APC political party account, bank account, now 3 million they left give them 3 million. 3 million. Then when the money they come, then get an executive body where the court form. But you see people and they send money, the old part there where they don't pull in a corner and they still control the resources. The young man there where we get clean mind for the APC, they not even see the resources. They give them the party, they give them the hope, they hold the cow. So then we do then guide them way now be the NRM or ARM, I don't know one. Then give them the hope, then unless then somewhere and son then they hold the cow. We know the party. They hand over the party with 3 million. So they no one for come and tell them people and say they don't get money for buy polo, they're not prepare for election because they're busy they affect themselves, they're busy they pay attention to what matter be what they do or say. Then they want win election. Now make us say if not be me, be there as president, then APC they give the other they give. So where they know say outrightly they don't get no merit. They don't get no standing. They don't get no right for do what they do so for behave the way they behave so. Like I've not lost some people. I've not lost them being. If I don't deal with some people in a way that when you fall back, I deal with you back because they don't get no right. The APC somewhere they get the bold mind and go publicly. They tell them say election here, right? Then tell them supporters and say election here, right? Then they want win election. Then go to the extent and say President Bio for pool, Kone, not for being the electoral commissioner. Like say where them be choose their union, person be dictates for them. Just because they were not prepared for the elections. Then they want win election. Tell the people they say election here, right? They want win election. Tell you people they say una not go for land count una doing census. They want win election. You go to the extent they say registration, una tell una people they say election day right, una not go let them register una, they want win election. That a minute, I think 2 days by or 3 days to election. Now in Samoa I go team up na them party office say, log go vote. Even though we not get party agents the whole side, but God go give you party agents there. Eh? I think this is not Bele woman. God will give me boy pick your girl picking because I'm there. I ain't sure. At least get some amount of 60 or 70% assurance because the Bele did it already. So you pray for boy picking, so some boy picking will come. You pray for girl picking will come. Then they get some amount of assurance. Yeah. But you then say election, you not prepare. Then you say God will give you party agents there. Then you want win election. APC will not dry eye. APC will not wicked to not support them. APC will not wicked to this country. Oh, na in power and I enjoy. Now they do nothing for the people of this country compared to waiting President Biya they do so right now. But anyway, my fellow Sierra Leoneans, I think I want to leave this Usai so now. And please let we share. Let we share far and wide so we get more people in for view. I see people. I see people. Man in the car, man. Man in the car for watch. But if we're able to share more, we get more views share on Facebook, share on WhatsApp. We get more viewers. We go see how far we go go. Humble na yaudi. Na yaudi. APC then they cause mami cause. Yes. Then they cause people le mami there. Then they cause kono the mama there. What they say today na kono people they cause. Then they cause. If they go to them and say now the many people in the cause, now the Southeasterners in the cause, then they won't win election. When they catch Kefala mama, na koina dugu, then cause mama te, then they want the way they don't cost them mama then for vote for them. The APC won't win election. How wicked and selfish that be. I say you want win election. I say you want win election. Anyway, APC is the AI business. So let me I can say always the APC they do so. Now deliberate act. Now deliberate acts then they do. Yes. They know very well so they lost the election. They know. But they no one tell their supporters and they say out of their own carelessness make they lost elections. They no one telling that. Say my family lost so, but out of we own carelessness make we lost elections. Now because we not prepare with the fact we safe. Now because we not put the rightful candidates for go take part per the election. They no one tell the people in that day. Before that they lie Gideon supporter them. We win. Yes. APC conducts election 2018. They lost the election. Then they will conduct the election. Then they go back and tell the people and say, na thief then the election. Yes. So they're not going to ever get any reason for telling people the truth. Ever. They're not going to tell people and say the actual truth, na this happen. They're not going to. So my fellow Sierra Leoneans, these are some of the things that we can do in them platforms and social media, and then see how we need for the remind the APC with. Yes. And then how for remind them of say una be date the opposition. What thing una do will make una think say una for win election. What una be the cause people in mama them? What una be the fet una self? Not una take una self una court una busy day go up and down a court. Not only we get only 3 million leons now on our account. How now win election? I don't see the executive, the APC executive, not all side be represented. You see, we say they beat them and they support them, beat them per convention, not too common. They want to take with the election. All right, family. I just be say like can they see for myself the reality that President Bio genuinely win this election. Then the so-called international community and then be actually do interference just for let President Bio in the second term because they don't get easy access as normal as it can be for them against the country. Bye-bye.